Good. So I have a full body workout for us today. As usual, you do not need any weights at all. If you want to use some water bottles, or I have my cans of soup here that I'm going to use for weights, feel free to use those, but you do not need to use any weights if you don't want to. So with that being said, we're going to start with our warm up. This will actually be the last class that I'm teaching. The next ones for this fall semester will be Malia. So she's also on this call here too. There she is. So I will go ahead and get started with the warm up. So for the first one we're gonna do regular body weight squats. And for each of these exercises, we're gonna be doing them for about 30 seconds, and then I'll show you the next one, and then we'll do 30 seconds of that next warm up. So for warm up, we're gonna do some body weight squats. We want our feet shoulder width apart, our weight in our heels. We're gonna hinge at the hips, act like we're sitting down in the seat, and come back up. So I'm gonna start the timer for that, 30 seconds. So we're gonna aim to get about parallel with the floor, about 90 degrees. Good, we got about 10 more seconds. Three, two, and one. All right, so the next one we're gonna do is jack step out. So you can do one side at a time. And if you want a little progression of that, we can do regular jumping jacks. So you can choose whichever one feels most comfortable for you. And we'll go ahead and start those 30 seconds. I will be doing the jack step outs. I already did my workout for today, so. Good, we got about 15 more seconds. Five, four, three, two, and one. Good. Next one we have, we're gonna be doing lunges. So we're gonna step out with one foot. We're gonna make sure our knee is behind our second toe. We're gonna come down to our knees about 90 degrees, and then we're gonna switch legs. You can use a chair nearby if you need for balance, whatever you need. So these are gonna help warm up our lower body and also work on our balance for these single leg exercises. Good, we have about 10 more seconds. Two, and one. Good, next one we're gonna do marches. So opposite knee to opposite hand. And if you want a progression, you can speed it up some more. And if you're comfortable with that, you can go into high knees. So you can kind of pick which level you want to start at. So we'll go ahead and start those 30 seconds now. If you are doing the high knees, make sure to pace yourself because you will get tired pretty quickly. So we're really trying to get our heart rate up just a little bit with these small cardio moves. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. So the next one we're gonna do is, I'm gonna be adjusting my camera. I'm in my tiny apartment right now. So we're gonna be doing sidewalks. So we're gonna come down into a squat position. We don't need to go all the way 90 degrees. We just want that nice hinge at the hips and bend in the knees. And you're gonna take a slight step, 1 or 2 steps to the left. And then you're gonna take 1 or 2 steps back to the right. And we're just gonna alternate these staying in that squat position. So we'll go ahead and start that time now. Again, come down in the squat, 2 steps to one side, 2 steps to the other. You should feel this in your quads right here. The lower you are, the harder it will be. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. So last one we have is one more cardio move. So this one is going to be sort of a full body move. So we're going to step out with one leg and punch with the right. So if we step out with the left, we'll punch with the left and kind of lean into it. So you can kind of speed it up for that. Again, another kind of full body cardio move, getting the lower body and upper body warmed up. So we're about halfway. Less than 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good, you guys can grab some water if you need. We're gonna do a few upper body warm up and stretches before we get started. So the first one that we are gonna do is arm circles. So we're gonna do 30 seconds, small circles going forward, 30 seconds, small circles going backwards. So we'll start forward, just make some small circles. Good, we're halfway. 10 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and reverse small circles going backwards now. So the next one that we'll do after this, we'll switch and go forward again, and we'll be doing big circles. So we're about halfway now. We got about 10 more seconds doing small backward circles. 3, 2, 1. You can shake out your arms if you need to, and then we'll start with the forward big circles. This kind of helps warm up your shoulders as well as those deltoids. So you should be feeling a little bit of a burn in the shoulder region. Got about 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and then we're gonna reverse it. Big circles going the opposite direction now. Got 15 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, you can shake your arms out if you need to. Next one we're gonna do is another kind of shoulder warm-up exercise. We're gonna do shoulder shrugs. So for this one, I'm just gonna hold my 2 cans of soup. You don't have to hold anything if you don't want to, but this one is a good one. So I'll move my hair out of the way. You're just gonna hold the weight at your sides. You're gonna raise your shoulders up near your ears and controlled back down. So we wanna make sure this movement is nice and controlled on the way down. And I like to warm up the shoulders a little bit. This is an attachment point for a lot of our arm muscles. So I like to make sure these are nice and strong before starting our other stuff. Good, I'll do about 15 more seconds of this. And 3, 2, and 1. Good. Last warm-up thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do some chest expansion. So arms in front of us, you're gonna reach back out and then come back in. We'll do this a few times, and then we will get started with our full body circuit. About 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. So you can shake it out, loosen up. So I'm going to go through, we have 3 different circuits. So one's going to be an upper body, lower body, and then one's going to be a core movement that we're going to do. So this will be the 3 different movements in each circuit. So for the first one, it's going to be a bicep and shoulders exercise. So for this one, I'll demonstrate all of the exercises first, and then we can go through it in the circuit. So each of these will be doing 30 seconds. So it'll be a timed circuit. So you're going to hold your weights, can of soup, whatever you have. We're going to do a hammer curl. So your palms are going to be facing each other. So we're going to come up into a curl, and then you're going to raise it above your head. So your elbows will be more so in front of you rather than to your sides. So how that will look again, palms facing towards each other, curl straight up from there, and then back down and just reverse it. So that's going to be a hammer curl up to a press. The second one we're going to do for legs is if you have a chair nearby that you want to hold on to stabilize yourself, we are going to do lateral abduction and then go straight back. So this will be 2 movements. We'll go back and straight out to the side and then back again. So you should be feeling this in your glute med and minimus, also your glute maximus as well. So we'll go out and back. So we'll do that 30 seconds each side, each leg. For the core one, we're going to do a bicycles, but we're going to do them standing. So we're going to do opposite elbow to opposite knee. Again, you can hold the chair if you need to for balance. So we're going to come up and back down. Again, making sure your core is nice and tight and engaged. So when I say tight, that doesn't mean sucking in. It means kind of clenching, like you're bracing for someone to punch you in your stomach. So you kind of want to keep that nice and tight there. So I'll go ahead and start the clock, and I'll be doing them with you guys so you can see how to do them as well. So we're going to start with those bicep curls to press. So curl and above our head. Good, we have about 15 more seconds. Good, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then we'll switch into our leg abductors. So we'll go side and out, to the side and back behind us. And again, with these, working on your balance as well, keeping that core engaged through all of these exercises. Good, we got 10 more seconds on this leg, and then we will switch. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll switch legs, out and back. Good, we got about 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. And last one we're going to do is those bicycles. We'll go ahead and crunch. You don't need to touch your elbow directly to your knee. It's fine if you just bring them both up and alternate each side. The main thing is just keeping that core nice and tight and engaged. Good, we got about 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. You can grab some water, and then we're going to repeat that 2 more times, and then I'll show you the next circuit. So we will start back up, curl to press. So I like doing these compound movements because they work multiple groups at a time rather than just only doing bicep curls. These are also working the shoulders. Four, three, two, and one. Good. Go straight into the abductors. And four, three, two, and one. Good, and we'll switch sides. Going out to the side and then back. Ten more seconds. Four, three, two, and one. Nice. All right. Move into bicycle crunches. Opposite elbow to opposite knee. Got about 10 more seconds. Four, three, two, and one. Nice. So let you all grab some water. If you want to shake it out, feel free to. And then about 15 seconds, we'll start our last round of the circuit. All right, so we'll start in four, three, two, one. Go back to the curl to press. Good, last 10 seconds. Four, three, two, and one. All right, next one, back to the abductors. Out and back. Four, three, two, and one. And again, switch sides. Usually with these, you can tell which side is a little less balanced. See which side you're dominant. And last 10 seconds here. Three, two, and one. Good, and we'll bring it back with the bicycle crunches. Got 10 more seconds. Three, two, and one. Nice. Again, if you need to grab some water, feel free. And I will go ahead and show you our next workouts. So I'm going to be using my soup cans again for this one. So we're going to do an Arnold press. So for this one, we're going to start at the top of a bicep curl. So my starting position is going to be here, and so our palms are going to be facing us when we start. And as we go out, we're going to rotate our palms facing out now and come up to a press. And on the way back down, we're going to again rotate our palms so they're facing us. So it's going to be a rotation, kind of a tricky movement, making sure we're starting with our palms facing us. And when we finish, our palms are going to be facing out. So just remember that rotation in there for this one. In, rotate out, rotate back in on the way up. So we're always going to be starting at the top of a bicep curl, rotating and finishing at the top of a press. So that's going to be the first one. Second one, if you have a wall near you, you can definitely use that. That would be great. My apartment does not allow for that, so I'm going to do a regular squat hold. But if you have a wall near you, please feel free to do a regular wall sit. So for these, we're going to come into a squat position. If you're doing a wall sit, you want to make sure that your back is entirely flat on the wall, and we're going to aim for 90 degrees. If you don't have a wall, we're just going to do a regular squat. You can put your arms out in front of you, and we're just going to hold there. 30 seconds is a lot, so if you need to stand up, take a break, shake out your quads, you can do that as well. The biggest thing for here is we want to make sure our hands are anywhere except for our legs. So we don't want to be resting our hands on our legs. So you can have your arms out in front of you, out to the side, on your head, anywhere except those legs. And our last one we're going to do is a lower body and also a core balance movement. So we're going to come back into a reversed lunge. We're going to come up and side crunch. So again, what that will look like is we'll step back, come up, oblique crunch, same side. So same side we go back with is the same side that we're going to do that crunch on. And then we will rotate sides and crunch at the top. So do not feel like you have to go to a full 90-degree lunge. If you want to do just a slight step back and then a crunch, that is totally fine as well. Whatever is most comfortable for you. So we'll go ahead and start with that Arnold press. And again, I'll be doing these with you guys. So I'll go ahead and start. 30 seconds. So palms facing in, rotate so those palms are facing out at the top. Got 10 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Next one we're going to do is either a squat hold or a wall sit. We're going to come down into that squat position. Again, if you need to take a break and stand up, that's perfectly fine. We are halfway through and feel the burn. Last 10 seconds. If you're doing a wall sit, make sure your back is flat and fully against that wall. 3, 2, and 1, and up, and kind of shake those legs out. All right, then we will go to that lunge to crunch. So I'm going to start with my right leg back, come up, crunch to the right. We'll go to the left leg now, left leg back, crunch to the left. Right leg back, crunch to the right, left leg back, crunch to the left. Good, we have about 10 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. We will go back now to the Arnold Press. So starting top of the bicep curl, rotating those palms out and coming back in. Ten more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We'll go back to the squat hold. So we will find our squat position, feet shoulder width apart, hinge at the hips like we're sitting back in a seat. We'll go ahead and start that time now. And aim for 90 degrees, but wherever you feel that burn in your quads. Good, we have about 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go back to those reverse lunge to crunch. Come back with our right, crunch to our right. Back with the left, crunch with the left. Good, almost there. And last one. Good. Grab some water and then we will go ahead and start our last round of this circuit. You can shake it out if you need to. All right. So we will start back last round of this one. Go ahead and start with that Arnold press. Palms in, rotate, and palms out at the top. About 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right, so last squat hold. I know these are painful. All right. 30 seconds. Make sure our knees are behind our toes, our second toe. We are halfway. Stand up if you need to take a quick break and come back down with us. Less than 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right, and last round of the lunges. So we'll step back with our left this time and crunch to the left. Right. Good, we got 15 more seconds. Back with the left, and crunch to the left. Good, and last one. Good. All right, so we finished that circuit. So let's see, the next one we have, I would suggest if you don't have any 5-pound dumbbells, I would suggest using soup cans. You really don't want to use heavy weights for this exercise. It could just be too much weight for our shoulders. It can irritate that and lead to injury. So I would suggest 3 to 5 pounds max with this arm exercise. So the first one we're gonna do, these are called around the world. So we're gonna start down here. I'm gonna hold my soup can so my palms are facing up. We're gonna rotate around the world, again, keeping our palms facing out, and then slow and controlled lower back in. So as you can see, we're making kind of a circle. Our palms are gonna start up and they're gonna end facing up as well. So you're not rotating your palms at all. You're gonna keep them in the same place. You're just moving your arms. That's gonna be the first one. Second one we're gonna do some calf raises. So we can start with a double leg calf raise. And if you want a challenge, you can go to single leg. You can hold on to something if you need to. We'll do single leg. And then if you want another challenge, you could come into a wide squat stance, come down into a squat position and do a double calf raise from there. Sort of look like a ballerina dancer of some sort. So you can do those. Either one of those three, please feel free. So with those, I'm gonna be doing the single leg. So if you would like to join me doing the single leg, we'll do 30 seconds each side, just to give you all the option. And the last one we're gonna do a torso rotation for the core. So you're gonna hold the weight in your hand, have it out in front of you, your elbows slightly bent, your lower body, so hips below, is gonna stay put. We're just gonna rotate that torso to the left and then towards the right, keeping that core nice and tight and engaged the entire time. And again, if you want a little heavier weight, you can hold 2 weights. And again, just hold it out in front of you and rotate each side. So we'll go ahead and start with the around the world again, using lightweight for these. So we will go ahead and start with those. So starting palms facing up and coming all the way up to the top and then back down. Start my timer. Good, we're halfway. We're gonna keep a slight bend in our elbows with these as well. We don't wanna completely straighten out the arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right, we're gonna do some calf raises now. We're gonna do 30 seconds, one leg, and then 30 seconds the other. If you're doing both legs, you can do 2 rounds of 30 seconds as well with us. So we're gonna start. Good, we're halfway. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and we'll switch sides. Fifteen more seconds. Again, you can use a chair to balance if you need to. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right, so we're gonna come up for the torso rotation. You can hold something in your hand for some weights. We're gonna go ahead and twist, keeping our lower body stationary. Ten more seconds. Make sure that core is tight. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right. So we'll go back, do that 2 more times. So we will start again with the around the worlds. Up top, slow and controlled all the way down. Halfway there. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right, so we will go now to the calf raises. So we'll start with one side. Four, 3, 2, and 1. We'll switch sides. If you need help with balance, it's really helpful to look at one spot on the floor. That usually helps me, helps you ground yourself. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. And we will go back to that torso rotation. So grab your weights, twist to one side, and then twist to the other. Nice and controlled movement. We don't want to do it too fast. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right, so you can shake anything else out, and then we'll go ahead and repeat that one more time. And then we'll do a few more kind of core balance moves, and then we'll do some stretching. So last round of the around the worlds. So again, palms facing up, and we'll come overhead and slowly lower. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Last round of calf raises. We'll go ahead and start those. And I encourage you all to really kind of challenge yourself on this last one. See if you can just hover your hand over a chair if you need to. If you want to try out the single leg ones, whatever works best. 3, 2, and 1. Good, and we will switch sides. Fifteen more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and we'll finish off with the torso rotation. Last exercise in the circuit. Go ahead and start now. Make sure that core is nice and engaged. We're squeezing like we're flexing our abs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. So again, grab some water if you guys want to before we start the core exercises and balance exercises. So for these, I think we've done these before a few classes ago, but I like doing these. They seem simple, but I like how they engage your core, and just the different hand placements that we have really work your balance. So the first one we're going to do, if you want to hold some weight in your hand, feel free to. You're going to hold it at chest height, and we're just going to do nice and slow marches. And the key to this one is really just engaging that core. We want to make sure that we're not hyperextended. We want to keep our ribs down intact with this. So this is going to be the first move. So we'll go ahead and do that for 30 seconds. So again, holding weight at chest height. And then we'll manipulate where our hands are for the next ones. Really focus on engaging that core with each step that you take. Be mindful of how your body is moving. Three, 2, and last step, 1. Nice. All right, next one we're going to do the same marches, engaging our core. We're going to hold our weights. Again, I suggest lighter weights. If you do use heavier weights, you may need to take a break within the 30 seconds, but we're going to hold both up to 90 degrees. So we'll have our hands a little bit higher up, and again, marching to engage that core. So just by kind of manipulating where our hands are can make the balance a little bit more challenging. So we'll go ahead and start with 30 seconds for this. So again, this will be a little bit of a shoulder workout as well, holding the weights right here. Got 3, 2, and 1. Good. Next one we're going to do each side is we're going to do kind of an offset marches. So we're only going to hold the weight in one side. We're going to hold it all the way above our head. You can have your other hand out here for balance. And again, we are going to march. You may notice a difference from side to side once we switch sides. So we're going to pick one side now. So I'm going to start with my right side. We're going to do 30 seconds of marches here. Have a slight bend in your elbow, but we want that weight overhead. And you can hold on to something if you need to. And 3, 2, and 1. Good. We'll switch sides. 30 more seconds. Opposite hand. Good. Keep that core engaged. Almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Good. So our last little balance test, I really encourage you guys to work on just because our balance and usually sense of awareness kind of decreases a little bit as we age. We are going to stand on one leg. Again, hold the chair if you need to. We're going to hold that for about 30 seconds. And then we're going to switch sides and we're just going to work on our balance there. So I have my eyes open here. If you want more of a challenge and you feel comfortable here, you can close your eyes. That will make it more challenging. But again, make sure you are in a safe and stable place to where you can hold on and grab onto something if you need to. About 10 more seconds here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And we will switch sides. See if you can notice any discrepancies on your balance from each side. These are great to do. I know a lot of us are working from home or doing school remotely, so these are good to kind of get out of the chair and move a little bit, test your balance from sitting all day. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Last one we're going to do is, again, you can hold a chair near you if you need. We're just going to have our arms out in space and we're going to close our eyes for 30 seconds. So this is going to take away one of our 3 senses that we use for balance, which is our visual field. So you can just stand, close your eyes, see how you are with balance. Got about 10 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right, so we'll do some stretching now to kind of finish for our cool down. So let's see. For the first one we're going to do, we're going to hold on to a chair. If you need to, we're going to pull our leg up and we want our legs close to each other. So hold on to a chair if you need to, stare at a single point on the ground for balance as well. Lots of balance today. And you should feel that stretch right in your quad here. We're going to hold that for about 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good, and we'll go ahead and switch sides. You can kind of lean into it if you want to as well, feeling your quad. Three, 2, and 1. Good. So we'll do a side lunge now. So we will lean out to one side and kind of stretch here, and then we'll rock back to the other side. You can do a few pulses if you want. You lean to each side, and this will kind of be more of a dynamic stretch here. You can only go down to what's comfortable for you. But again, you should feel that stretch here in those inner thighs. About 10 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Next one, we'll take a step forward. We're gonna straighten our back leg and we're gonna lean forward into this. So you should feel a good stretch through your calf muscle here. So if you don't feel it, really lean into that front leg. We'll sit here for another 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and switch. Really lean forward. Feel that calf muscle. Ten more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Our last lower body stretch. We'll have a wide stance and we're just going to lean as far as we can to one side, and you should feel that here in the back of your leg and your hamstrings. Good, and then we will switch sides. Lean to the other one, feel that stretch in your hamstrings. Good, and we'll come back up. We'll finish off with a few upper body ones. We'll have our arm across, making sure this hand isn't on our elbow or wrist joint. Four, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Three, 2, 1. Next one, we'll come up, grab our elbow, and we are going to pull it back. So this is going to stretch our triceps here. Ten more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, and last side. Ten more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And last stretch. We're gonna interlock our fingers behind our back. This one's my favorite. Gonna put it up as high as you want. We're gonna lean forward. You can rock to the side, whatever feels good for you. You can do it standing up and rotate each side. Just feel where your body is tight, where it feels like it needs to move. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. And we are done. So that is all I have for you guys. And it has been great teaching this class these last few months. And Malia is great. So I know you guys will love her and have fun with her.